Well, good afternoon. It's May 17th, and after a long period of time not being able to work on the organ, I've gotten back into it. I'm doing a lot of things at the shop, which we're going to take a look at, and a lot of things are happening here at the church also. And I thought I'd start by showing you what I've done, but also I'm going to try teaching you a bunch about the organ, not just about this organ, but organs in general. And that way I can talk to you more intelligently about what I'm actually doing, and you can see things as they happen, and I can use the right terms, and etc. So let's go on upstairs and we'll get started, and I'm looking forward to showing you guys what we've been doing. Okay, so here we are upstairs. A very familiar place. Let's start over here with the console, and I can tell you about how the organ works and how it's played. So, as you can see, this organ has two keyboards, which we call manuals because they're played by the hands. There's also a pedal keyboard, which is actually stored over there. There you can see a couple of the keys. So the manual keyboards of the organ have names. And in a two-manual organ, the bottom one, manual 1, it's called the grate, and it's the main keyboard of the organ. The second keyboard here is called the swell, and it's called the swell because I can change the volume. The organist can change the volume of the swell by using one of these pedals, which should be over there. They will be later. So we have the swell and the grate and the pedal. Now, each one of these divisions, they're called divisions, has its own pipes, and it's in a different spot in the organ. In this organ, the swell is here along the back wall inside this big box, which is called the swell box. So we have a swell box. On either side, and there's currently nothing in the church from this division. That's where the pedal goes. And the grate division will be here, which is where it was before. So this is original parts of the organ. As you can see, it's just a frame. Now, later on, you will see in the computer the drawing of this frame. So we have a swell and a grate and a pedal, and each one has its own set of stops. So in this organ, these 3 rows are for the grate. Eventually there will be a label right up here. Over here, we have 4 rows. Those are the swell stops. And the 2 rows on the outside are for the pedal. Each stop has its own pipes, essentially. So when I play the organ, if you want to turn on a set of pipes, you pull the knob out. It's pretty simple. And when I describe stops, I'm talking about the knob and all of the things that are connected to the knob, meaning pipes and the sound. So this organ has, I forget, 30-some stops. There's these 2 rows over here are couplers. Actually, you can see there where swell to grate, swell to pedal, etc., makes one keyboard or one division play from another one. Don't worry about that for now. So over here, back to the swell, we're going to walk over here. We're going to look at the swell. Again, later on, you'll see this on the computer. Here's a chair. This chair is for ease of wiring, so you don't have to stand up. Now, underneath here, this is part of the swell wind chest. Now, a pipe goes on each one of these holes. There are a lot of holes. But the pipes don't stand directly on these holes. This is where the valve is, underneath there. The little white part is the valve. So, on top of this surface go the toe boards. We're going to watch these toe boards get made next week. So this is part of the set of toe boards that goes to the swell. It's a piece of wood, which you can see has holes in it, which have been chamfered, and they have been burned so that they won't attack the metal of the pipes. Underneath there, the other side of the hole. So this toe board, or these toe boards, all end up getting screwed down in the right spot on the wind chest. On top of that, there's another structure, which is a rack, which we'll look at. They're all over in the fellowship hall. And a lot of them have just been made just 2 days ago, and they were going to be assembled soon. Over here, I'll show you also some of the base pipes of the organ, which are horizontal up against the ceiling. These had been in and out, and now they are in to stay, I believe. As the wind chest that they get fed by, see, that's a box which has valves in it. That all has been wired, and it has this white tube is a wind line to get the air to it, and I'll talk more about the wind system later on. There are also lights getting wired up. And I'm going to climb up in there and show you something of historic interest. So if you're going into the front door of the church, you look up, you can see a window. This is the other side of that window, which has been blocked off since the old organ was put up here. And I don't know if we have enough light, but there is a signature there. And it is quite dark. It says Mark E. Wetzel. And it says March 1969, which is when the old organ was put up. So I left that there. So we have the console, the swell, where I am, the grate over on the railing, the pedal still to come, and now we're going to go and look at the pipes that are here in the church, in the fellowship hall. All right, here we are at John Craig Hall. We have brought, back in March, we brought in a little bit fewer than a third of the pipes for the organ. And set them out here on the tables, which you can see. So when I say stop, we talked about the knobs, but each one of these groups is a stop. So here's a whole, or a set of pipes here. There's a spare, actually. Over here we have a set of really small pipes. This is a whole stop, though. That's 61 pipes in that little group. And here is a set of wood pipes. More metal pipes, and etc. Like I say, these are all waiting to go in the organ. There's 2 sets there. So I also have here, we looked at the toe boards up in the organ, but here are the racks. So these are thin pieces of plywood which go on top of the toe boards with spacers. And the pipes are supported by these. It's quite a procedure to assemble that and to rack the pipes, but I'll be doing that hopefully this week or next weekend, and so I'll be doing some videotaping of that as slowly the toe boards and racks are assembled, and then the pipes will be standing in them. It's going to be very exciting, and I was hoping that this would happen while people were here in the church, and so every Sunday after church you'd be able to come and see the progress. So since we're not doing that, I have this video, and I hope it turns out. I'm looking forward to doing a lot more videos as the project continues on. That's about it. So I hope you have a good week, and I look forward to getting further into detail about the parts of the organ and showing you more about the work that's being done.